I asked you guys earlier in the week if you wanted a correction for this particular headband tutorial that I made sometime last week, and a lot of you guys wanted a correction. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make that particular headband properly. I mentioned that I made a couple of mistakes while making the previous version, but in today's video, I'm going to let you guys know all the mistakes I made and how to fix them. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, if you were one of the people who asked for the correction video, please make sure you watch this video to the end. I'm going to be giving all the details of everything you need to do to achieve something as beautiful as what you can see on my head right now. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed watching. Also, don't forget to share with someone that would find it useful. Alright guys, let's get straight into today's tutorial. Alright family, for those who don't know how to wrap a padded headband or how to make a long strip of piped fabric, please refer to my last video. I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen. But for those who are up to date with my content, I'm sure you know how we got to this point. So what I'm doing now is I'm wrapping my wrapped padded headband. So I already wrapped my padded headband and I'm using this long strip of fabric. The fabric is about 60 inches long. I have two pieces. One piece is 60 inches long, the other piece is about 25 inches long. If you don't want to use two separate pieces, I suggest you join them together, right, to give you about 85 inches long, or 80 inches really. 80 inches is a safe space to be with the length of the fabric you want to use to create the interlocked effect on your padded headband. So once that is done, you're going to start intertwining that piece of fabric. So intertwining it, I may not be able to explain really, but it's just like you are trying to tie your shoelace. That's the only thing I can compare this with. So I'd suggest that you guys watch how I'm moving the fabrics around, so you basically get the gist on how you want to intertwine your fabric to give it that beautiful crossed effect that you get with this particular type of headband. For this tutorial as well, if you don't like the look of glue, you can go ahead to do little stitches while intertwining your fabric. So instead of applying glue or gum or whatever, you are doing little invisible stitches to just make your headband look very, very neat. But if you decide to use glue, please make sure that you're very careful with the glue such that it doesn't leave any stains. From watching my own version, you can see that my glue was, staining some pieces here and there. I wasn't careful enough. But if you know you want to stick to doing exactly what I'm doing, if you're using glue, make sure that you're very, very careful. And you can see how I'm intertwining the piece of fabric. So you're trying to form like a letter X with your fabric. So you're intertwining the fabric so that at the top of the fabric you're getting letter X. So you pass it underneath and then pull it in between the space. And with applying the glue, you can see that I'm applying the glue on the sides of the padded headband. I'm not applying the glue on the top because you want your fabric to be able to pass through the top, right, to give you that X crossed effect. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If anybody doesn't understand, please let me know down in the comment section, and then I'll see what I can work out to just make you understand really, really well. But I tried my best to make the process very slow. I didn't speed up this part of the video so you guys get to see what I'm doing in full detail and in real time. It doesn't, look too hurried and all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys find this video very, very useful. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I have two strips of fabric, and it was just because I wasn't sure whether the 60 inches piece of fabric would be enough for intertwining my padded headband and all of that, but it turns out that it wasn't enough. So when you guys are making yours, I suggest you join two pieces of fabric to give you the required length. Like I said, 80 inches long is a safe space. Even really 70 inches is probably a safe space, but I suggest you do 80 inches just to be safe. And if there's excess, you just cut off the excess once you get to the end of your padded headband, once you're done intertwining and all of that, and then you are at the end of your headband. Also, for those who might be curious, for this particular corrected version, I'm using my taffeta fabric. This fabric, they call it taffeta in the market, is this raining fabric. If you do a lot of buying of fabrics, you know this particular shiny glossy fabric that is in vogue. So that's the fabric I'm using for this particular tutorial. I'm not using Asooke, but note that Asooke can work, satin can work, any type of fabric can work for this particular process. It all depends on you and your preference. And what else did I notice while making this? I think that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to keep quiet for a while so you guys get to watch what I'm doing. And if you have any questions about this particular headband, please feel free to drop your comments down in the comment section with your questions. If you have feedback for me, if you have video requests, please be sure to drop every single one of them in the comment section. You guys know that I'm very active in my comments and I always take notes of your questions and feedback, and I try as much as possible to respond as soon as I can. Alright guys, I'm going to keep quiet and allow you guys pay attention to what I'm doing, and then I'm going to come back to talk to you guys really soon. Alright guys, so now that I'm ending this first strip of fabric, you can see that I'm ending it such that the ending point is on the bottom part of my headband, so it's not going to show at the top that there's some kind of joining. Anybody that does not know would not know that, you know, we have two strips of fabric going on. So whenever you're stopping or ending your wrapping, make sure you're ending it on the bottom part of your headband, the part that is sitting on your head or on your client's head, such that everything looks very smooth and clean afterwards. And you know that usually we always line the bottom of our headband with a velvet ribbon, so it's going to cover all the joining and all of that, so you don't have to worry about how it's going to look at the end of the day. So this is me now using the second strip of fabric to, you know, continue the wrapping of my headband. So what I'm doing is still repeating the same process, passing my strip of fabric such that I'm getting an X, a letter X at the top of my padded headband. And once I get to the end of this particular headband, I'll just tidy up the edges. I've done this a lot on my channel, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that process. All I'm going to do now is just still show you how I'm going to be passing the fabric along. And once that is done, I also went ahead to bedazzle my padded headband because I just didn't want to keep things simple this time. I just wanted to add some beads and all of that, so I used those flat bottom beads to bedazzle this particular padded headband. And the idea was just to, so you know those places that my glue stained while I was wrapping the headband, I just wanted to cover those imperfections, so I applied some beads on those portions such that the bead will cover the glue stain. So everything really is just, you know, improvising. As a designer of any kind, whatever it is you're designing, you should be good at, you know, improvising and fixing mistakes as quickly and as seamlessly as possible, such that people will not even realize that you made a mistake at those points. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this particular tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm going to allow you guys watch me finish up the headband and also watch me bedazzle it a little bit and then see what it looks like on my head. If you made it up to this point and you're yet to be subscribed to my channel, please do well to join my family. I'm on my way to 4,000 subscribers and I want to hit 4,000 before the end of September. So you guys should please support me. Don't just watch my tutorials, do well to join the family, share with your friends as well. Sharing is fun, okay? There's love in sharing, so please do well to share with your friends and family. And yeah guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. So this is it guys, this is the end of the video. This is me wearing this headband and it looks absolutely stunning. As usual, if you go ahead to recreate any one of my designs following any one of my tutorials, do well to tag me on your posts on Instagram. I'm going to leave my handle on the screen. I'm very active on Instagram and TikTok. You're going to catch me there anytime. So yeah guys, thank you again for watching. It means a lot to me as usual, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.